Hello, 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 everyone. Is it recording? I'm blind as a bat. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Divine Chick Collective, and I'm here with an updated video, as promised from my last video, about where my searches have gone with finding my family, the search for my family. So, if you haven't yet, do not let me be a broken record, okay? Here's the deal. The faster you subscribe to my channel and click that notification on is the faster I will shut up about this. Like, let's get going. All right. So anyhow, so back to my topic today. So I'm gonna update you as I was saying. So I made a video about looking for information about my grandfather in specifically, and that my grandfather's name was Lloyd Duhaney, and that I was told that he died in England, something to do with a train. What are you doing, girl? Something to do with dying on his way to work, on a train, something in the 1960s. I cannot, Lord help me with this verification process because I cannot for the life of me verify any of this. So anyhow, I was um I was doing one of my searches, and I'm telling you, when I get into these searches, especially when it pertains to ancestry, like I go all over the rabbit hole, like all over the rabbit hole, and it sometimes lead me in places, and I might it and 99% of the times it's nowhere. Okay, let me just be frank, or Paul. Anyhow, so I searched for my grandfather's name, in England, and I got a pop up of a name matching my grandfather's name. And it, this search told me that my grandfather, now I can't verify if this is actually my grandfather, but what I'll tell you, let's let me backtrack why I thought, I'm onto something here. So this person was born in the early 1940s. And if you remember from my last video, I did divulge that he would have been born somewhere between the late 1930s to the early 1940s. So this person was born in the early 1940s. The other information that I got about this individual was that he migrated to England from Jamaica. Hello, in the 1960s. So I'm thinking, how many could possibly, like, how many? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. So I'm tracing that tree, and what that tree told me is this person is was married, um I'll say, to a Caucasian woman, and they had two children. However, because the children are still alive, their names cannot be divulged, or they've opted not to show who they are to maintain their privacy. And quite frankly, I would too. Um, so there's no information about the children. I know the wife or mother died, and it says that my grandfather also died, but the children information are private. Okay. So I started just to look at just random comments or information that this genealogist gave when doing that trace. And he said, and I won't, for her privacy, I will not mention the name. I won't mention the name. We'll call her Sarah. So somewhere in a comment, just randomly said, Sarah had two birth certificates. It was likely she was born in 1968 or 1969. And I thought, hell, first of all, who the hell is Sarah? Because all their information is private. So I went on the worldwide social media net and searched for Sarah randomly and my grandfather's last name. And I searched down and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. And boom, there was Sarah living in the United Kingdom. Okay. And looking very fair, very light, hair looking a little curly. I'm looking like, I think Sarah's biracial. What's going on here, Sarah? I think Sarah's biracial. So anyhow, I messaged Sarah to inquire, are you biracial? Is your father's name dot dot dot? Yes, I'm biracial, she responded. And yes, my father's name is dot dot dot. So then I did send a couple of more messages, saying who I am, what my God given name is, and that I am looking for information about my grandfather. And she asked me a couple of questions, and she said, there's so many persons with that last name that I don't think it is my father. So then I asked her, do you have any other siblings? And she says, yes, but they are not on Facebook or they are not on social media. I can't remember what she said. They. And this they to me said, wait, there's more than one of them. There's more than one. I thought there were only two children. She said, they are not on social media. There's more. Spidey sense tingles. And then she said, as I mentioned before, I don't think that this is my father. And I asked her if she has any pictures of her father, and she said no. And I found that highly suspicious, really highly suspicious, because that would be an easy thing to do. Oh, another important information, guys. So I said to her that I was told that my grandfather died in England, and she says, my father is not dead. Now, it's quite possible that we are talking about two different persons. Quite possible. I have no idea. But that got my spidey senses tingling because, quite frankly, until I see a death certificate, and being a nurse myself, until I see a death certificate, you did not die. You did not die. Until I see a death certificate, you did not die. So she mentioned that her father is still alive, and then she was, a bit abrupt, and she said, "Well, good luck in your search." And I told her thank you, and I paused. I ceased communication, of course, with her since then. But yeah, I will continue to look for my side of the family, wherever they are, and try to figure out who I come from so that my son will know with 100% certainty where he comes from. You know, as a side business, just a side thought, I think that I could probably become a millionaire if I had a biological way of finding families in Jamaica. I'm not even going to come out. I'm not going to step 1 foot, not leaving Negril Point. I'm not leaving the island of Jamaica. I'd stay right in the island of Jamaica and become a millionaire with just finding people who belong to each other. I promise you. It's an epidemic. Oh, it's a jungle out here. But I'm also reminded that one, sort of this confusion and chaos is also a part of our DNA. And that we're really not from around here. And that's where our history began, where we were separated from families back then. So I'm reminded that in our actions and in our thoughts that yes, we're grounded in 2020. And yes, 2020 has a lot to do with our actions. But when you talk about genetically how you were made and how you might have innate tendencies that you have no idea where they came from, that DNA holds so much of who we are, even without knowing who we are. I'm telling you, I would be a millionaire. And Jamaica has under 4 million people. I'm telling you, I'd be a millionaire. But, anyways, that's not my focus today. It's not my focus today. But I just wanted to thank you for hanging with me, for reasoning with me, going through this with me. Because you know what? Something that I know for sure is that good, bad, or indifferent, at some point I'm going to be able, with a lot of certainty, to tell you this or that and say it. And say it knowing that it's true. So follow my journey. Like, leave me a comment, send me a message. Subscribe to my channel at Divine Chick Collective on YouTube. Follow me on all platforms. And we talk soon. Take care, guys.